Hi everybody, welcome back to that gaming channel. And in today's video, I would like to address some concerns I have with the upcoming Spider-Man game. Now, let's get this out of the way. Spider-Man PS4 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've replayed it tons. This is the first game I've platinumed. I completed a New Game Plus 100%, this yada yada. It's a really fun game and I love it. I love it so much, which is why I think it's only fair that I address my concerns with the next game coming out. I have seen some criticism for this game, not too much because I'm not really into the finding faults with games sort of thing. Like when Sonic Frontiers was coming out, you couldn't avoid hearing how much people didn't like it, but I couldn't care less what people thought about it. I was gonna wait for the game to come out, right? But some of my problems with this are fixable, but look like they're staying. The first, and I don't want to say more controversial, like the one people probably won't agree with me on, is the UI, if that makes sense. We've seen that the web mechanics and stuff like that, combat mechanics, they look a little cluttered to me. They look a bit much. PS4 had a nice, smooth, streamlined sort of UI to it. You knew what you were doing, you got straight into it. The reticles for like the point launching was simple, things like that. It worked. It was perfectly fine. Miles Morales, it was a bit more stylized, a bit more angular, it had more color to it, with the red and black color scheme opposed to the clean blue. The only thing I didn't like about that UI was in the suit menu. You had to move the joystick to whatever you wanted. I'm not sure why they made that change, but I really hope that they don't implement that into the next game. Please keep it with the first game where you could just move up and down. It made so much more sense, and because the joystick is in the center of the screen when you open up the menu, you have to slowly and clunkily work your way over to the suit or the gadget or whatever to switch out whatever you want to do. Or I think it's suit power, not gadget. And that's really annoying, especially when you're someone like me who changes your suit all the time. You put a bunch of effort into making all these super cool suits and super cool suit powers, and whenever I go to change them, it's a hassle. Again, it doesn't ruin the game or anything crazy like that, but I don't see why they would make the change, considering it definitely makes it worse, so I hope that they don't do that in the next game. Anyway, like I was saying, the UI looks extremely cluttered. And certain things, like when you're, like we saw with Miles chasing Kraven and his people in the water, like the pink and blue Mr. Beast TikTok looking thing coming up, it was just really flashy. I don't think it needs to be like that. I think the way it is in PS4 and Miles Morales are just perfectly fine. I get wanting to change it up, wanting it to be different, but it's a bit much. And especially the colors, the pink and blue look really out of place. It might be so that it stands out, but I don't see why it can't be just a normal white or gray, maybe like a faded black around it to make it stand out so it's not blending into the background, something like that. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about game or graphic design, but this is crazy. I want to point this out because this is something that can very easily be changed. Well, I don't know about easily, but out of all the things that can be changed about this game, this is one that can definitely be done. I would say something like, oh, well, there'll probably be mods to change it out. Like, this game isn't coming to PC for at least a few years. I mean, how long did it take for the first game to come to PC? Miles Morales. Wait, didn't Miles Morales come to PC? Wait, it did. Yeah, never mind. I don't know. This feels like a dumb thing to point out. I don't want to come off as Mr. Hate Guy. I am more than excited to get this game. I am buying a PlayStation 5 for this game. And I am greatly afraid that all this hype is going to end up like a Cyberpunk and it's going to be mid. But I have faith in Insomniac that they're going to pump out a truly amazing game and it's going to be like Game of the Year or something like that. But there are certain things that I feel like are just going to prevent this game from being a 100% 10 out of 10 and maybe make it be like a 99% out of 10, which is stupid. But when you have a game that you put so much effort to and is about to be like the best thing ever, you could at least go the full mile to not implement these really dumb changes. Like I said, the UI, you don't need to change that. It was perfectly fine before. If you want to do something different, do something different. Don't do something worse. There's a difference. What? Next up is the suits. Again, another dumb criticism, but I don't see why they needed to change. I do like the added bit of red on Miles. He kind of went from Miles Morales to adding that little bit of 2099 flair to it. I do like that, but I don't know. It's not a drastic enough change to warrant being changed, if that makes sense. They could have added some red on the lower part of his suit. No, there's nothing. They just add some to his arms. Why? If that's not it is more appealing. I did think there was more red on the suit, but there isn't more red. There's just those strips on the arms. Like, everything is exactly the same. I know this because I'm working on a custom stick butt of Spider-Man Miles Morales from the game early, because I wanna have that ready by the time the game comes out, right? And I noticed that the details are exactly the same aside from the red strips. I thought that maybe the lines, the web lines were a bit thicker, a bit bolder, more like Raimi style, and I thought, oh, that's sick. But no, it just tricked me into thinking that because the more red on the suit makes it appear like it's a bit more bold and colorful. I'm not gonna act like I particularly am crazy about the lack of red, which is why I'm losing my mind about this. I just think if you're gonna do anything to the suit, add more red to the bottom. It's just black, but like underneath the torso it's just black. I get comic accuracy that no one cares about, but do something else. If you want to make a new suit, that's completely fine. I get you need more merchandise, this and that. Don't do that. That's lazy and lame. Just straight up boring. I think some of the black on black details are a little different, but frankly, I don't respect black on black details, and two, no one's gonna even be able to see that half the time. So yeah, dumb change. And I mean, Peter's suit, it's different. He has a new suit. I don't know why he needed a new suit like Miles. Maybe you could say it got damaged after the fight with Doc Ock, but he was wearing the same suit in Miles Morales, so that argument doesn't work. Anyway, why did he upgrade his suit between Miles Morales and now? Who knows? It might be explained in the game. Actually, it'll probably be explained in the game. That we might start off with the old suits and then we get a flash forward, something like that. But I don't think it's particularly necessary because it is really similar. The first thing you'll notice is that it's a bit more contrasty. I do like how, like, it's an orangey red. I like how toned down the suit is in the old game. But the new colors do pop, and I do enjoy that a bit more. And it's like, the design looks simpler to me. It's not particularly a bad thing. Again, I just don't get why they would change the suit design when it's such a minimal change. You could say, well, if the change is so minimalistic, why does it matter? And then I could throw that back at you. Well, if it's so minimalistic, why even do it? So, again, it's not a concern for, like, the actual game's quality. I just don't get it. Then, now that we're on the suit topic, the more concerning thing that some other people probably have the opinion on, the suits that were revealed for the game. Ooh, no. It looks like they're doing the Avengers game thing, where you have some overly detailed suits that get recolored, and oh, heaven forbid they implement a microtransaction system. That will, oh no, please don't do that. I was looking at them and they just didn't impress me. They're like overly detailed. It's just a mess. There's nothing good there, which is crazy because the past two games had such good looking suits. I don't get why they would make this drastic change. They remind me of the suits in the Avengers games. I know that we got the Arachnite, I'm pretty sure, but I think that's the only skin that looks even semi-decent, and even that looks overly detailed. I think they should tone it down. I don't know how far into production the suits are and if they can even be changed. I mean, it is just a model flip. I know that in Miles Morales, if you put on like the if you put on like the 2020 suit, in certain cutscenes he'll be holding a helmet instead of a mask. Like, they have to add that in. I don't like them. You could say that's just my opinion, but who really likes these? Some of them look okay, but the majority of them are just overly detailed garbage. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do this as opposed to more suits from like movies and comics. I think that they should do the first game thing. I think they should add. I don't think they should add all of the suits from the first game. They probably won't do that, but I think most of them should be in there. Especially the original suits, like the black one and the Velocity suit. I think it'd be cool to see those make a return. The Antioch suit should definitely be in there. I think they should make different variations of the symbiote suit from out the years, the Raimi suit, stuff like that. Okay, this isn't here. This is like stuff I want to see. I should probably chill on that. But I do think they should stick with making more pre-existing suits for the game instead of a lot of these original, really not that good looking Avengers style recolor, overly detailed pieces of crap. I really don't like them. And the last complaint or maybe not the last. I do want to point out, I just do think there's a bit much going on. You could do a lot of things with like the gadgets and different web styles and electricity moves in the other games, but like they have you quick selecting through different menus for Miles' electricity, which I don't know about that. That might be a little bit much in gameplay. There's a lot of different swinging things, combat things. That's just a very minimal complaint, and I assume that they'll introduce them slowly throughout the game, and you'll get used to everything, and that's probably not going to be a problem, but it is a concern that I want to address. Now the most important thing, the faces. Holy crap. What did they do? What did they do? Why? I'm assuming this is maybe years after the Miles Morales game. I think it goes PS4, a year after that, Miles. This might be multiple years after Miles. This might be set in the present day, actually. But no. Oh, man. I had this very bad feeling that they were going to go with the crappy new younger Tom Holland looking face for Peter, and it looks terrible. It looks so atrocious. I can't stand looking at it. I just want to punch it, honestly. Never thought I'd say Spider-Man has such a punchable face. I get the point is for it to look younger. It's supposed to look more MCU, look more appealing. But the old face was so perfect. It conveyed emotion so well. It didn't look like this blank, emotionless, just generic that. The old face, I'm pretty sure the old, like the Spider-Man PS4 Spider-Man is an older Spider-Man. More down on his luck Spider-Man, right? A more adult Spider-Man. Why are you trying to make him look like he's 14? It just does not work. I have this problem in a lot of Spider-Man movies where I think they take their masks. I did not just say that. Where I think they take their masks off way too much. I think Spider-Man with the mask on looks awesome, especially in Spider-Verse where the eyes, they're so expressive. I wish that they could keep them on a bit more. But I really hope that he keeps his mask on for the entire game. If he's not Peter Parker, I do not want to see that mask taken off because I cannot stand looking at it. And then there's Miles. He looks fine, but his really stupid looking haircut, yeesh. Don't know how that's gonna work with the mask, but that's a personal thing. So I'm not gonna harsh that against the game. You know, everybody makes mistakes with their haircuts in life. That's fine. Harry looks the same as Peter. Like I couldn't tell them apart when I saw the story trailer, which is also bad because I think he's gonna be another main character. And Kraven looks fine. But like the faces, and then what did they do to MJ? I was like, I'm watching it, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, who the heck? That's MJ? I don't know if her face changed. I think she looks older, which is really gonna contrast with 14-looking Peter Parker. 14-year-old looking Peter Parker. I don't get what's their thought process with this. It's really stupid, in my opinion. It's just dumb. I think it's mainly her hair, but the face looks different. I don't know. I can't tell what it is. A lot of it does look a little uncanny. It does have that little bit of uncanny valley, but it's very, you know, I can overlook it. It's just how young they are, and like it's a mess. It's a mess. I don't think they can honestly change this late into production. I don't want the game to be pushed back. I don't want them to push back the game for this. Actually, no, wait, they could. I wouldn't mind that. But I don't think they should push the game back just to change this. This isn't like a Sonic movie thing. With the second mention of Sonic in this video, we gotta stop. But it's like the Sonic movie thing where everybody hates it so much they push it back. But the game is so good that I don't think we complain about it enough. Which, yeah, that sounds terrible. Why would you want to complain about something good? But when it's something that can so easily be not done, why would you actively make something worse? Who on Insomniac's team looked at this and was like, oh yeah, this is a good choice. We can do this. This is smart. Everybody I've seen talk about this game says it's like, or Miles Morales is like, this is the only bad thing about it. Everybody who plays the remastered of the game is like, wow, this is terrible. This is atrocious. Why would they even do this? I don't know. This is such a nitpicky thing, I guess, but it's the worst thing, and it's going to be so distracting during the gameplay. I promise you, I can bet money on this, that when the game comes out, this is going to be the main point of contention. Everybody's going to say it sucks. Everybody's going to say this is the worst part of the game, because it probably will be. And if that's the worst part of your game, then yeah, you have a good game. But if you're putting this much effort into making something so good, why would you leave something so bad and so stupid in it? It's dumb. So those are my concerns with the upcoming Spider-Man game. I am incredibly excited for it. Like I said, I'm literally buying a PlayStation 5 for it, and I have high hopes for it, and I'll probably be disappointed, but who knows, this might still be actually Game of the Year, and it might be like a Tears of the Kingdom thing where everybody is super excited for it, and it ends up being perfect. But again, those are concerns that are just like, why? I know they want to be different. I know the point of the sequel is just to be the same game, but different and better, but some of these changes are just worse. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your opinion on if you think these changes are good or not in the comments below. I'm more than interested to hear your opinions on it. If you're interested in joining my Discord server or following any of my socials, those links will of course be in the description. Keep on honking Mikey Snip Sandwiches, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Keep on gaming Mikey Snip Sandwiches, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.